Hello, hello. To everybody that's watching this on YouTube, you can just fast forward. Let everybody come in. Thank you for watching. If you hear my dog licking, it's because he's literally sitting on my lap. So, we're just chilling. We're just hanging out. Pretty late at night. Usually I don't do lives this late, but I felt like it, so. How are we doing? What is going on? What is it? Today's Monday? I feel like it's already... My day's already... or my week. Seems like it's already, through. I don't know. Time's just flying. Just letting everybody join in, guys. If you are watching this on YouTube, I do have different services now. I have a new 90-day program. It's a guaranteed breakthrough program. I also have a new guide. It's the Embodiment Guide. It's free. So if that's something that you want to check out, and I'm working on a course, like a membership type course where we'll be meeting once a month. We'll have a group chat and all of those things. So I've been super busy between that, clients, content. Just been something special. So what is up? Just letting everybody join in. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How was your Monday? If you're not watching this on say if it's already Tuesday somewhere or it's another day when I upload this to YouTube, how was your day? What's been going on? How are we feeling? My dog's finally getting off my lap and he's 50 pounds, so that's nice. I feel free. What is going on? We're just hanging out. This Papasan's not that comfortable. I used to like it when I was younger. It ain't really working for me now. My 30s. Alrighty. My dog's rolling around on the floor, if you can hear him. Crazy, crazy. All right, so let's just start on a topic. I was talking with a client earlier, and she's got a ton of circumstances, like circumstances that you would say that's fact. Like it is some serious circumstances. And one thing that I had to remind her of, because she needed a good reminder, she needed some pep in her step and like that reassurance, like, all right, you're on track. So the one thing that I reminded her of is exactly what Neville Goddard had said himself: deny the senses. And I also reminded her, how many times has your senses kind of like lied to you? How many times did you think that you saw something they didn't really see, or that you heard something, or someone called your name and they really didn't, but you heard it, right? So our senses are not always 100% accurate. So that should help kind of like show you that you don't have to believe everything that you are experiencing, because it is all just part of the reflection, right? What is going on in your imagination? That's what we are going to be able to perceive, right? So if you have belief systems telling you this is fact, this circumstance can't be overcome, this is too challenging, people just don't change, things like that, well, then guess what you're going to experience? The circumstance getting worse, the circumstance becoming like it's harder and harder to have to change it. We have to switch our beliefs. And then once we change our beliefs, we change that identity, we'll notice that our perception of what we are experiencing or of those circumstances begins to shift. You're no longer in as much fear around them. You're noticing they're not that big of a deal anymore, like how you used to panic and worry and be anxious about them. The whole idea of the circumstance to you shifts to like where you're not worried about it. You're just letting it play out. You know it's not going to last, right? You're moving on to bigger and better things. Your self-talk naturally shifts to this, there's nothing to worry about. And it all works out. So that's the conversation I was having with one of my clients earlier. That when you actually shift your identity, you choose to be a new self with new beliefs, new self-talk, new feelings, you'll notice that your perception of your circumstances begins to change. And then the circumstance fades because your focus is no longer on it. You're no longer emotionally reacting to that physical circumstance anymore. The only reason why that circumstance was there is because you were entertaining it in your mind. So then your perception was picking up on it. So you were entertaining the beliefs or buying into the beliefs. I'm not good enough. I'm not chosen. Relationships don't last. Miracles don't happen. People get sick, especially when they get older. You can't beat the C word. What else is there? Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to have your master's degree to make any type of money in this world. Or unless you have a degree, you can't get a good job, right? You can choose to believe in those things. That's fine. A lot of the world does. But where is a lot of the world? Think about when you go to a coffee shop or when you're talking to friends or family. What are they usually talking about? Politics. How much they have either so much hate for our president, so much hate for the price of groceries, how they don't like the price of gas. It's constant negativity because those are normally the beliefs that are embodied. Again, the money doesn't grow on trees. The world is horrible nowadays. I can't get what I want. I don't have a degree. I have to, work at McDonald's and, McDonald's, JCPenney's, and another store because I can't get a good job. I can't get a corporate job without a degree. I can't be an entrepreneur. Don't know how to do that. Don't have a passion. Don't have a purpose. I'm just here to live and then die. How many people have those beliefs? Just about everybody. Unless you wake up. Unless you know about, we'll say manifestation, not to get woo-woo, but you know about manifestation, you know about the subconscious mind, and you start choosing new beliefs, which then you start to embody a new identity. Then you'll notice how fast your life changes, that you no longer resonate with those old stories and then old conversations or the bullshit excuses that people give you as to why their life sucks, because you'll start seeing improvement in your own life. You'll start feeling good enough. You'll start feeling like you deserve a happily ever after, that relationships do last for you, that you can find your true love, that your soulmate is there, or, you can have healthy communication in a relationship. You don't have to fight in a relationship. Marriages don't end in divorce. People do get healthy, that they can do it naturally, holistically. That money can come in. People wake up every day and just have an idea, I'm going to do this for work, and quit their jobs. Right? Think about that. And it's all just in a shift of your perception because you changed your identity. You changed those belief systems. So it doesn't matter what you are experiencing. No matter how hard or challenging the circumstances are, you have to deny what your physical senses are showing you because your senses lie to you. And again, I will repeat it. How many times have you thought you saw something that wasn't really there? Or how many times did you think you heard someone call your name or say something and they really didn't? Right? It's because your senses can lie to you. Plus, it boils down to what meaning are you giving things? Are you giving things the meaning, this is all working out for me, even though it looks like shit right now? Or are you giving it the meaning that This is making it even more impossible. I can't overcome this. This is never going to change. Why is this taking so long? Why is this so hard? Right? It comes down to your mindset. It comes down to the stories that you're telling yourself, your belief systems, who you are choosing to be moment by moment by moment. And you'll notice that when you actually start making shifts, not that you have to be perfect. I want to do a disclaimer there. You don't have to be perfect. But you'll notice that when you start making these shifts, naturally, you'll look at a circumstance and your perception of it will change. It's very natural. It's not forced. You're not trying to make yourself, no, I can't think about this. I can't look at it. Nope, deny my senses, Lane said. It's just natural. You'll look at it and like shrug, like, I don't fucking care. This is going to go away. You're not even fazed by it anymore. Right? How interesting is that? Like, and I can say this for my own, personal life. There was a time where I overdrafted my bank account like 2 times in 1 week. Rough life, dude. Swear it. And the first time that it happened, I panicked. Oh my God, I don't want to get that extra charge and I can't afford that extra charge. I got to borrow money from my dad and rush to the bank and put that money into the bank. And I was panicked and I was all over the place. Bothered the hell out of me, right? But then when it happened, because I started observing, like, why did I panic like that? Like, let's borrow the money, I'll pay my dad back. Like, it's not that big of a deal, right? And I started to observe the panic that was going on after it happened. I like reflected, like, whoa, what the heck happened? Who is that? Who's that version of me? I don't like that version of me. So I started to choose new self, right? I started to choose new beliefs. I started to decide that, money's coming in, that I have nothing to worry about, etc. So at either the beginning of the next week or late that like, say if it happened on a Monday, then it happened then again on like a Saturday, and I overdrafted again because a payment came out that I forgot about. And so when it happened a second time, I reacted completely different. I just shrugged it off like, okay, cool. I didn't run to the bank to try to put the money back in. I said, okay, if they charge me, they charge me. It is what it is. And I let it be there. Right? And then, what was it, the next day or the day after, because I continued to choose new self because my perception changed and I didn't react. I naturally just didn't react because I was embodying a new version of me, new beliefs, regardless of what I was experiencing. Again, no money had been coming in. So you think I would react when another overdraft happens. I didn't. And then that following day or the day after, I ended up, getting some money and it all worked out. And I didn't get charged for an overdraft fee. So why is that? Because I shifted my identity. I chose a new state. I didn't react. I noticed the first time I was reacting hard. I was anxious. That upset me. I am very responsible. So when something like that happens and we're like broke, that bothered the shit out of me. I did not like that identity at all. So I continued to choose new self. And then guess what happened? Things started flowing. Things started changing because I stopped reacting to the circumstances. My perception of them changed to where I was no longer worried, right? You guys got some comments. German chocolate, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here. How are you? What is going on? Thank you for all the likes, guys. I appreciate you guys. Jamila, thank you. Appreciate you. I hope I said your name right. Thank you. Appreciate the likes. Let me do this. But yeah, guys. So, again, it comes down to who you are choosing to be, no matter what the circumstances are sharing with you. So when I'm manifesting money, and I'm going to keep using this as an example, when I'm manifesting money and I have an overdraft fee and I panic, I know I'm not new self. But then when I continue to return to new self and later in that week, I had another overdraft fee and my perception completely changed, I knew I was new self. What I was doing was working, right? And then I started seeing movement of money coming in to where I was no longer broke. And when I say like being new self, I'm just choosing new inner chatter, inner dialogue. We're constantly talking to ourselves. We're constantly thinking about things, right? Usually when we don't have money, and we can use this for anything, for a specific person, so just fill in it. But usually for money, you're thinking, how am I going to pay this bill? I have rent due on this date. I got to pay I got to pay the taxes on the house. How am I going to get groceries? I better go to Walmart, get great value. What can a box of cereal? Can't get eggs. Can't afford that. Is that not usually the chatter when we're broke? But when you got money, like, hell yeah, I'm splurging. We're going for Kellogg's. We're going to what's a expensive store? Trader Joe's. We're going to Publix. Because you got the money, right? So you're going to splurge. Getting steak tonight. Your whole dialogue is completely different. Because you're showing up completely different. Right? So we have to change the inner dialogue. We have to change who we are being, regardless of what we are seeing. So that's the main message of like what I was talking to with clients today was you have to deny the senses and put your awareness on the version of you that has already overcome this. You wouldn't be fazed by it. You would naturally just be thinking, okay, cool. What's that got to do with me? I'm new self. So we'll say, for example, because I know a lot of you are manifesting a specific person. Say if that person isn't texting you. Say if you guys aren't talking. There's quiet time. How are you reacting? I'm sure initially you're probably anxious. You're probably uncomfortable. Probably wondering, well, why? Did they meet someone else? What are they doing? Do they not care? Am I being ghosted? Did they block me? I need to go check their social media. Make sure that we're still following each other. Have they posted anybody? See how your mind starts going to all of these negative things based off of previous experiences? Coming from the beliefs that you're not chosen, you're not good enough, you're not a priority, love doesn't last. Nowadays with dating culture, people ghost. But if you were to shift that and tell the story of what you do want, because it's a choice to go that way. You might not believe it's a choice, but you continue to think those thoughts. You don't stop it. You go down the rabbit hole. Then you start taking action, but like checking their social media or blowing up their phone, right? But what we have to do is, wait, hold on. When they were showing up consistently, was I thinking like this? Maybe here and there, that some insecurity started coming up if they didn't respond back. But for the most part, I was feeling pretty good, right? Or like before I even caught feelings for them, before I even liked them, and they were texting me nonstop. They were showing mad interest. Was I thinking this? No, because I really didn't have interest. So what was I thinking? That this dude is head over heels for me? Or this dude's obsessed with me, right? You're thinking completely differently. So you can contemplate, all right, if I was in the relationship and I had what I wanted, how would I be thinking? What would I be feeling like? What would that be like? So just think to yourself, honestly, what would I be thinking if I was in this relationship? He's in love with me. I love how consistent he is with me. I love how he buys me flowers. My favorite kind of flower. He knows I don't like roses, so he buys me, tulips. He knows my love language is food. He knows I love to eat. So he's constantly taking me out to my favorite restaurants or door dashing me food or putting snacks in his pockets for me so then I don't get hangry. I don't know. I'm just coming up with random shit that I would do. And you just have this self-talk. That's all you have to do. Contemplate. If you had the relationship, you were being treated the way that you want, who would you be? How would you think? How would you feel? You hear my dog like moaning? He's like, I'm ready for bed. Let me go back up because I know I missed a whole bunch of questions. Sorry, guys. Elise! Hey, girl, what's up? How are you? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking it. All right, guys. All right. I'm really behind. My bad. I was rambling. Manifesting money is so easy. Yes. But some people don't believe that. But it actually is. Again, it's a belief. If you say it's so hard, why is this working? And you start doubting yourself. You start looking for evidence that it's working. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Because that's what you're deciding. But if you decide it's easy. I see evidence all the time. I'm seeing my friends get promotions. I'm seeing other friends getting new jobs. Or family members getting new jobs. I'm seeing, I don't know. So like when I'm manifesting money, I had a whole bunch of things come up. So like, there was, over the winter, there was ice damage on my house, right? So I had to get different quotes. And I was seeing what these contractors were charging. And I'm like, God damn. Like, lots of freaking money, right? So I looked at that. I was like, there's money everywhere. Money's easy for them. I'm seeing, it's in my awareness that people can make that much money. So that's abundance right there. And I put my awareness on abundance. And I started telling that story. So you can use examples of what you were experiencing, even though it seemed negative or damage to my house, obviously is not cool. But I used that to my advantage, right? Because now I got to see how much money is actually out there, what people are able to charge, and they're completely booked, right? So it's using examples like that from your reality and seeing it, even though it might not physically be yours, the only way that you can even experience it or perceive it, be aware of it, is because it's alive within you. You're just not experiencing it because you don't believe you can experience it. You believe everyone else except you can experience it. But as soon as you start identifying with those beliefs, like, yeah, it's safe for me to make that amount of money, then you will too. That makes sense. And it's like this for relationships. Some people be like, I'm manifesting love, but my friends are all getting in relationships. I see, I don't know, strangers holding hands. I'm getting jealous. I'm getting upset. Like, why isn't it working for me? The only reason why you are even seeing those things is because it's alive within you. You just aren't identifying with the fact it can be you. You're identifying with it's everyone but you. So you have to switch your awareness off of that belief system, that state of consciousness, and start choosing new thoughts. So when you think, like, say if you're seeing somebody holding hands, or seeing your friends get in relationships, and you're still sitting there single, missing your person, look at that and look at how your perception is. Are you going into jealousy? Is it making you miss your person more? Making you feel like you're longing or needy? Wanting to cling on even more? Are you doubting yourself? Are you questioning? Tells you you're in lack. You're not in the state of the wish fulfilled. Instead, you could choose, all right, I see them. They're in the relationship. I'm next. My relationship is going to, they're actually going to look at my relationship and admire it so much that they're going to take ideas from my relationship and implement it into theirs. Right? It's a different self-talk. It's a different point of view. Thank you for all the likes, guys. I truly appreciate it. You guys are killing it with the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But is all of this clicking, guys? Is this making sense? It literally just comes down to observation, like observing what's going on in your thoughts, what chatter is going on in your mind, because we all have inner dialogue. We're constantly having either conversations with ourselves, conversations on what we wish would happen in the future, conversations and arguments about what we should have done different, what we should have said differently, we wish that would have happened differently, or they would have said this differently. We're constantly doing that. Replaying old memories of how things failed for us. If we could observe that, be like, whoa. I'm choosing that belongs to an old version of me. That's not who I am anymore. I don't need to buy into those thoughts. They can sit there. They can be fleeting. Let them pass by like clouds in the sky. I ain't even focused on the clouds. I'm looking down. I'm zoned in on my wish fulfilled. I'm zoned in on this new identity. I'm zoned in as this new version of me. And then describing to yourself what that new version of you is like. Does she dress differently? Does she go shopping at different places? How does she act? What does she do in a day? Is that different? Does she work out? Does she have a different routine? Is she eating healthier? Is she eating more expensive food because now she can afford it? What dates is she going on? Where does she want to go? Does she travel with her specific person? Where are you guys going? You guys live together? What's your house look like? How are you decorating? What's the holidays look like? What's your Christmas tree going to look like? Whose house are you going to for, family and holidays? Or are you having family come over to your house? What's your communication look like with that person? Do you guys fight a lot? Obviously not. That's not what you want. So, what's communication like? You guys work together as a team? You guys come together in communication and face the problem and not each other? Do you talk calmly to each other? Feeling heard and seen? Let's be on to the next one. How do you feel? Do you feel secure? Why do you feel secure? Do you feel safe? Why do you feel safe? Do you feel nurtured? Why? What is it that person does? Or what is it that you do that makes you feel that way? You start contemplating all of these different things and you'll notice, naturally, you'll be in flow. Naturally, you'll start perceiving your life from that lens. You'll literally become that person. And then you'll experience that reality, that version of them, that version of wealth. It will literally be reflected back to you because now you're identifying with someone new. And you might have moments where your body's uncomfortable. That's okay. Your body's catching up. It's a new vibrational state. So just like how everything else morphs and forms, your body's going to catch up too to that new vibrational state. So you might feel anxious. You might feel uncomfortable. You might feel restless. That's okay. Just hold space for yourself. Like when I feel like that, I put my hand on my heart. That's what makes me feel centered. It makes me feel calm. I do breath work. Because again, it's kind of releasing and helping like balance out that vibrational energy as you're shifting. Let's get into like the woo-woo. But so again, even if your body's uncomfortable, you got different emotions coming up, it's okay. It's all just part of the transition into new self. Releasing what is no longer serving me, what is no longer aligned. Because you have to remember, beliefs are wired in through emotions, through experiences. So it makes sense that when you're embodying a new self, different emotions come up. Sometimes you're angry for no reason. Sometimes you're sad. Sometimes you're just feeling lazy. You're tired. It's because your body's literally calibrating to a new version of you. It's like your consciousness is transferring into a new version of you. It's like a digital download. You're sinking. That makes sense? That's why you just got to be gentle with yourself as you're going through the process. But as long as you dig your heels in and say, regardless of what your circumstances are, and you just sink your heels in, no, this is who I am. This is how I think. This is how I feel. This is what I'm going to experience. I always get what I want. Everything is always working out for me, regardless of what I'm seeing. Even if the circumstances is happening right now, it's working towards my benefit. It's leading me to my end. It's part of the unfolding. I don't understand why, but clearly this needed to happen because I'm new self. It's leading me to where I want to go. If you have that dialogue, you make that decision, and you stand in it, you anchor into it, guess what has to happen? Your life has to change. It has no choice but to change. And as soon as you're like, oh, but I wonder if I'm doing this right because I'm not really seeing anything. Ooh, stop yourself. Stop yourself. That doubt can be there, but remind yourself, no, that's old stuff. I trust myself. I trust in the unseen because I know it's going to be seen. And then you return. What was my decision again? Oh yeah, my decision is I'm this person. I think this way. I act this way. And return to your decision. Return to that state. You're going to fall out. It's normal. Everybody falls out. It's your job to return to it. Right? How about that? Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. We're just vibing. I'm not really seeing any comments unless I'm missing them. I could be missing them. I'm not lying. No, I'm not seeing none. Seeing you guys just vibing out too, just liking everything. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys. You are awesome. Okay, so on that note, how are you, Lane? I'm good. I'm really good. We're just vibing. We're just flowing. I just want to hop on here. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, so I'm probably going to hop off. I'm going to do some breath work before bed. That's part of my nightly routine, something that I enjoy doing. But yeah, so that's about it. But thank you for asking. But I'm probably going to hop off here. If you did want to go back and rewatch this live, I repost them on my YouTube channel. So you can always go back. I feel like this one, I don't know why, I just feel like it was a really good one. I was just vibing and straight and flow, right? So if that's something you wanted to go back and watch, go check it out on my YouTube. If you wanted to work together, I have new services and a new free self-hypnosis guide. That was my other one. I have a free embodiment guide. It's the Embodiment Blueprint, if that's something you want to check out. It's just an audio breaking down everything, kind of what I did here today. And it's just a good reminder. It helps you get recentered. And it's got some self-talk into it to get you, again, back in that state. So if that's something you want, you can go download it. And like I said, I have my new 90-day program to where it's guaranteed breakthroughs. We'll be working together hands-on for 90 days and you will see results. So that's something, and obviously just normal coaching. So if that's something that you wanted to check out, that's all linked in the bio. I appreciate you guys, but that's what I'm doing. All right, yeah, have a good night. You too. I appreciate you. All right. And guys, just remember, you got this, all right? Just believe in yourself. Continue to choose to be new self. All right. Have a good night, guys. You got this, all right? Just believe in yourself. Continue to choose to be new self. All right. Have a good night, guys.